Hey everyone, Ashley here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you all had a good holiday season. This video is about my weekly melting basket and empties. And I usually do these on Sundays, and I know today's Wednesday, but I just haven't had time to film until today. So let's get started with this. I have a lot of stuff in here, so this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. So sit back and relax if you wish to. Let's get some of these guys out of here. Woo! There's a lot in here because I tried to melt a little bit of all my Christmas scents and some new ones that I haven't been just melting over. I kind of like to melt all the wax of the scent until it's gone, but I'm trying to break that habit and try some new ones out here. So let's go ahead and do the melting basket first, and I'll do the empties last. Okay, I just emptied it all out on my floor because it's easier. It's easier that way for me sometimes. Okay. First one, Sassy Girl aroma, pistachio in the kitchen. I love pistachio. It's in my top 3 scents. These notes are pistachio, cookies, birthday cake, Twinkies, and vanilla fudge butter. This is delicious. I love this. I love pistachio. I could melt pistachio for the rest of my life and I'd be fine with it. I love it. It's so good. And this has enough of the other notes in it, the cookies, the birthday cake, the Twinkies, and the vanilla fudge butter, to tone down the pistachio, because sometimes pistachio can be strong, which I love a good strong scent. But this I love. I would buy more of this when it's offered. I adore that scent. Okay, next we have Rose Girls Sleigh Bells Ring. Now I think this was a new blend to her, at least when this mini melter sale was on. I think this was a new blend. And this is pine to the max, guys. This is delicious. Even my husband loves this. This is a straight evergreen pine just scent. And it's not pine sol, you know, like the toilet cleaner. This is pine, the pine that you want melting in your home. Oh, I love this. I wish I would have bought 2 bags. And honestly, I probably won't melt this anymore this season, so I can have it throughout the year and, you know, for early next fall. I like pine, and I could melt pine whenever, but I think this guy is special enough to save for those holiday times. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. Let's keep on the pine wagon. This is not vendor. This is retail. Yankees Balsam and Cedar, which has been around forever. I bought this from my mom. My mom came down and stayed with my husband and I for Christmas for 5 days, and I thought I'll grab one of these and melt this for her. I melted this in the kitchen downstairs, and this is balsam and cedar, and I love that they put the cedar in versus just straight pine, because I love the smell of cedar. It gives this a depth that is great. And if you haven't smelled, I think, in my opinion, Yankee candles, the actual candles, I won't buy anymore. They just have poor performance, in my opinion. And some of the wicks, there's wick issues and throw issues, and I find that these are better. Although these aren't the greatest, they're better than their candles. So that's why I went with the melts this year versus buying a candle, you know, because this I know I would at least get performance out of. This is a great one. I like that one. I have a couple other retail wax here. We'll do another Yankee. Now this one was new to me. I've never seen this one before. Whether or not it's a new scent, I'm not sure. Excuse me, I don't think it is, because usually if I've seen a new scent, it'll have new or something on here. Just from last year, I know they did that. This though, I need to go on Yankee's website and find out what the notes are for this, because this is beautiful. And this lasted all day, guys. I love this. It's not vanilla. It's not pine. I think there's cedar in it because it has a touch of wood, but I need to see what those other notes are, because this was beautiful. I wish I would have bought more of this, but I didn't, and it's all gone now. But that's okay. I like that one. It's not an offensive smell. It's almost powdery in a way, like not baby powder, but just pretty feminine powder, and I'll have to look up those notes and maybe add it to the description. I'm not sure. Next, we have Now, this is Season's Greetings. This is Walmart wax. I don't really even know what brand this is because I think Walmart didn't offer the Sensationals or the Better Homes and Gardens holiday line that they usually do. I don't know. I don't buy a lot of retail wax anymore just because I love vendor wax, but I saw these and I had to buy this one because this smells like tis the season with those warm spices, the cinnamons, the nutmegs, the apple, those winter scents. This is almost like winter candy apple and tis the season mixed together. I like this one. I burned 1 cube of this obviously and I liked it. I have another one of these, so I'm actually going to finish melting this up because I did like this, but I had so much other stuff I used this week. I didn't want to, you know, continually just burn these ones. And next we have Scentsy. Now I know this is old. I haven't bought Scentsy in probably 4 years, and this was the last that I bought of it. This is clove and cinnamon, which is classic. You can't go wrong with clove and cinnamon. And this was nice. It lasted a long time. I melted this in my kitchen and it just was a nice scent to the air. I don't think I will buy Scentsy anymore. I think they're overpriced in my opinion, and I have just seen mixed reviews over stuff, but this is a nice scent. I mean, clove and cinnamon, it's classic for fall, winter, anytime you want that kitchen spice scent. This actually reminds me of Yankee's Kitchen Spice, if you've ever tried that one. This is similar. Do I have any more retail wax? I don't think so. All gone. But I do have, let's see if I have any more in here. I do have a retail wallflower, sugared snickerdoodle. I put this in the guest bedroom and I love sugared snickerdoodle. I have about 7 candles of it. I just bought the body care at the semi-annual sale. I know this is about wax, but it's the semi-annual sale happening right now at BBW. I bought the body care and I'm anxious to see how it is, but I love this. I love the candle. These notes are warm spices, creamy vanilla, and sugared musk, and this is delicious. I love this. It's a warm cookie with a touch of sweet cinnamon, not spicy cinnamon, sweet cinnamon, and I love this. It has a great, I can smell this in the bedroom still, and it's been in there for 4 days. So sometimes the wallflowers, you can't smell them sometimes unless you're up on them, or you know, after a few days you go nose blind to it, but this guy is performing very, very well for me. So if you want some of this, there's still some out in some of the stores. I don't know about online, but grab yourself one, give it a try. Maybe you'll like it like I do. Okay, next we have, okay. This one is Kirby's Vintage Chic. This is Here Celeste, Check It Twice. And this is zucchini bread, sugar cookies, chestnuts, brown sugar, gooey batter, and fresh rolled dough. Now this one I reviewed before because I've been melting this the last few weeks, and I'm almost scared to melt the last of this because I don't have any more backup. This was a big gingerbread guy, and I'm new to Vintage Chic scents. I've only been buying since Halloween time, thanks to Vivian, but this was great. I loved this. It's chestnuts with dough and sugar cookie and batter with the background of zucchini bread spice. This is delicious. I love this. I don't know how she got all this wrapped into this wax, but this is excellent. I will definitely buy this again. Awesome job, Kirby, if you're watching this. I don't know if any of the vendors watch these, but I like to give praise where praise is due. That's just me. Okay. Next. Okay, this is Cookie Land. This was from the recent RG Rose Girls Mario Melter. I got this. If you watched my Mario Melter haul video, you know I bought this and also a half pie. But I decided to melt this in my office one day when I was working, and I love this guy. This is confetti cake, toffee butterscotch pretzels, and cookies, and this is perfect. I love this scent. It's a blender. It can go on its own. It can be put into something that, sorry, there's something in my eye. It can be put into something to bump up that bakery factor. I love this. warm and yummy, and the pretzel isn't too yeasty. It's just enough to let you know there's a little bit of salt there, but the butterscotch and the cake tones it down. This is glorious. I love this. Jenny is going to be having more of her, she's going to be having a jumbo and giant list of her mini melters this Friday, New Year's Eve sale, and I'm going to be buying some more stuff there. I don't know if I'll get more of this, but we'll see. This is a classic. Awesome job on that one. Okay, next, this is Teddy Beeswax, which I didn't buy this. I got this in a random act of kindness. This is Frosted Mint Circus Cookies. The notes on this one are sweet sugar, buttery shortbread, buttercream frosting, vanilla, and sugar cookie dough. Now, I melted this, and I wish maybe I didn't put enough wax in, because this came pre-cut already, which is fine with me. They're in little cubes, squares here. I think I need to put a little bit more, because this does tend to be a little bit on the weaker side, which is okay. I might mix this with something to try to bump that up a little bit, but I've never had Teddy Bees before to know if this is a good blend. But I like this. Sometimes I like a softer wax like this, especially cutting it. It's just that butter smooth, satisfying feel of that, fry cutter or whatever you're using to chop your wax with. I bought a couple of French fry cutters on Amazon, and that's what I chop my wax with. I actually just chopped a bunch last night. If you watched my melting basket and empties video last week, you know that I did buy a Super Tarts advent calendar, but I was too lazy to chop them up and melt them. So I did that yesterday. So stay tuned for those ones. This one I will have to try again to see what I really think of him. Next we have, oh, this was beautiful. I love this. I wish I bought more of this. This is Sassy Girl's Santa Sleigh. And the notes in this are apple citrus blended with peppermint spice and everything nice. And I'll tell you guys, this, I had to move my leg here. This smells like something from my childhood. And I can't put my finger on it. But I've smelled this before, and it took me to a happy place. And I know that's the whole point of wax and candles and all things that smell good is, the sense of smell is goes direct to the memory and direct to the heart. And I've smelled this before, and I love it, and I wish I bought more of this. And if you see it offered again, it's not offensive, it's not too much peppermint, it's not apple, it's not too much citrus. It's a nice, beautiful, the air smells good scent. I love this. Julie, if you're watching, fabulous job on this one. Fabulous job. Love it. Can't say enough about it. This is Holiday Cookie Tray, Sassy Girl. I only melted this once because I wanted to get through a lot more other stuff that I had for this week. This description is sweet buttercream caramel, almond, orange sugar cookie, coconut shavings, vanilla icing, vanilla cream, and milk. And this one here is, if you watched my last Sassy Girl aroma haul that I just posted today, I got another little mini pie of this, and I love this scent. I know this has sold out many times in the past, so I have a little bit of separation anxiety with those scents. This is nice, and it's kind of, cookie trays are a smorgasbord of different cookies and treats and flavors, and this is a little bit of everything. This is the kitchen sink of cookie trays. And the dominant scent to me is the buttercream, followed by caramel and coconut in the background with vanilla. This is a great scent. Give it a try. It's non-offensive. It's not too bakery. It's a nice, soft bakery scent, in my opinion. Do I have any more melting basket stuff? I think the rest of these are empties, guys. No, I lied. I have one more here. This is Candles from the Keeping Room. I also got this in a random act of kindness. I've never bought her wax. This is Tiffany's Apple Fritter Cupcakes. And this one I melted in my office. And honestly, it is It is apple cupcakes at Tiffany's. That apple makes it the cupcakes at Tiffany's, which is, excuse me, I had salad today and makes me burp a little bit, sorry. The cupcakes at Tiffany's is that little bit of toffee, chocolate, buttercream, vanilla, that yummy goodness. And this is just apple, like an apple fritter, which this is apple fritter cupcakes. This was perfectly spot on named. Great job with that one. And I know that Carol, who owns this company, is retiring, so I don't know how much of this wax I will buy. Maybe I won't buy it all, I'm not sure. Okay, now let's start on the empties part of this week. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of the L3 Advent Calendar last. If you've been following along each week, you know I bought one of these, and I do actually plan on doing a whole entire video of nothing but these 25 days. Maybe I'll do that over the weekend. We'll see. Okay, let's get started with this guy. This was Sea Sugar, which I also got in a random act of kindness. This is strawberry with white cake and white cocoa cream. This was a beautiful, nice strawberry cake scent, and I loved the soft wax. I loved it. I love soft wax. I love all wax, but I have a soft spot for soft wax, you know. I know Sea Sugar is closed to new people, which is okay, but this was nice. And I'm glad I was given this to try, because this was something that I would buy, and if I had the opportunity to support this company, I would. So if you are one of the lucky ones who's in Sea Sugar's group, I am happy for you. I hope you keep enjoying this goodness. It was great. Thank you to you who sent that to me. Next, we have L3 sample. This one is blueberry muffin, buttermilk, flapjacks, and glazed donuts. And this was honestly just blueberry pancakes with a touch of extra sugary donut. This one wasn't incredible. I wouldn't buy this. It was just okay. It's like blueberry pancakes. I've smelled it before. I want something more. That's my opinion on that one. Next we have, I finished up this one, a Vintage Chic Scents collectible lunchbox. This is raspberry jam, peanut butter, and zucchini bread. And if you've watched my videos in the past and I've talked about this is nostalgic right back to elementary school, when I would have the peanut butter and raspberry preserves, Smucker's raspberry preserves, in my lunchbox. And this is so nostalgic. I have 2 loaves of this. I've got enough for a while. This is perfect. The raspberry oil that Kirby uses is the best. And the peanut butter, it's not a fake peanut butter. It's an authentic peanut butter scent, like you're opening up the jar and smelling it. And I loved this. A+ Kirby. Congratulations and all of the praise you can get for developing that scent. Next we have, oh, that came out of a little envelope there. This is L3 Blue Sugar Ice Cream Scoop Bread. Now this one I melted, and I think this was blue sugar dominant mixed with bakery. And I like blue sugar, and I'm not quite really sure what ice cream scoop bread is supposed to smell like, but this was just blue sugar with bakery mixed in. It was nice. I think I would need a little bit more of that product to see my honest opinion of it. Sometimes these little sample shapes aren't quite enough, unless it's a scent that knocks you off your feet. Like, I've had a few samples, and I love the vendors that give samples. They don't have to, but they also help them get more business in the future. So if you hear the train, guys, the train's going by. So unfortunately, I can't edit that out. It is what it is. We live in the country, but we also have a coal mine that's right down yonder from us, and this is the train that goes to it. So hopefully it's not too loud on your side. And yes, when we first moved here, we've lived here 6 years, It was a pain in the butt, the train. But honestly now, it doesn't even wake us up at night. It is what it is. It's not bad. And some days the train doesn't go by at all, and then other days they're very active, and sometimes it's here and there. I don't know their schedule. I haven't cared enough to sit down and figure out, okay, when's the train going by? But it's the lead, I can't remember the name of the front car of the train. It went past now. Let's get back to wax. Enough of that ramble. This is Rose Girl's Fireside Cookies with Cream Cheese Frosting. Now, I have read so much about this and seen so many rave reviews of this that when this was out a couple of orders ago, I bought 3 bags of it because I said, okay, this guy sells out all the time. What's the fuss about? Let me buy more than what I probably need. But let me tell you about this guy. This, when I first smelled it, I honestly was like, this is nothing special. It is a cookie vanilla scent. But I let it cure a little bit more. I'm smelling the marshmallow fireside more as it cures. I love that because you don't think to mix marshmallow fireside necessarily with bakery, but it works with this because I think the cream cheese frosting is a little bit of a heavier thing. It blends everything together. I love this. Obviously, I went through a bag. My extra storage, I have 2 more bags of this. So I will be grabbing another one of these maybe in a month or so when I have got through some of my melting box that I go through. I just replenished it last night. I chopped up a bunch of stuff. So I'll be reviewing some new ones in the future. Okay, this is Sassy, sorry, Super Tarts, the first day of the Advent calendar, which was December 14th. Now this one, like I said in previous videos, and even in I think the beginning of this video, I was too lazy to chop up these little wax cups to melt them on the appropriate days, which it is what it is. I did do this one because this was the first day, and this is spiced chestnuts, cornbread, and sugar dusted donuts. And I've never had anything like this. And the one thing that I will say about Super Tarts Advent Calendar is now that I've chopped through all of them and I'm melting them, they're very unique scents and scents I've never had before. And I like that. I get tired of the same old blends and the same old things. I want something exciting sometimes. So this one is, to me, cornbread dominant, followed by chestnuts, which chestnuts, I love the smell of chestnuts. It's just that scent that isn't used very often in my opinion, and it rounds this out beautifully. And the sugar dusted donuts is just there for extra sweetness. But if you'd like to see some of the other scents that are in the Super Tarts Advent Calendar, I'm going to be doing a video of the whole entire calendar once I melt through the rest of the days. So I'm working on it right now, and maybe next week sometime I'll upload the video. Okay, a couple more here, guys. We have, oh, I guess this was still a melting basket. I didn't know this was empty. This is Gigi Scented Adventures, which I've talked about Gigi many times. This is cotton candy. Now, I'm not a cotton candy, just a straight plain cotton candy person. I like it mixed with stuff. This was great. This is, I think this was raspberry cotton candy, like the pink cotton candy. This was strong. I melted this in my master bathroom. This was strong. This lasted a long time. I liked this one. And I bought this in a 2-pack just because I wanted to see, I lost my train of thought. Thanks, thyroid. I wanted to see what Gigi's cotton candy was like because I had cotton candy from other vendors and I felt sometimes it's a little weak, but Gigi's revived my faith in cotton candy. So good job, Gigi. Next we have Sassy Girl Country Christmas. This was a mini pie or a mini muffin, whatever you want to call it. This was orange zest, apple, bayberry, cranberry, nutmeg, and clove. This is craft store Christmas, but not in a tacky way. I melted this all last week in my kitchen. It was wonderful. It complemented everything I was making and cooking and doing. This was great. I liked this. My mom even commented on this, and my mom doesn't give compliments out very often. So if B, that's my mom's name, Beatrice. If it's B approved, it's good. So one more here. This was a sample of lavender from Jim's daughter. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know that lavender is a scent that I was not ever able to gain smelling since I was sick in July. So this lavender, this was a sweet lavender. And honestly, I melted this because I'm still scent training my nose with lavender. Everything else, I've gained the ability to smell everything else in the world. Lavender is that last guy that I don't know what it is. I struggle with it. This is a sweet lavender, but I melted this the other day because I wanted to see, you know, it's been a while since I've melted straight lavender, and I have a couple of lavender, just straight lavender blends that I've put to the back because I don't want to waste it. Hopefully, I have confidence and hope that my smell for lavender will return. But I'll tell you guys, this, I'm getting it back. I'm getting it back because this was sweet lavender, not the herbal lavender, sweet lavender. And this was nice. I really liked this. I like Jim's daughter. I've talked about this vendor, Michelle from Virginia. I've talked about her a lot in my previous videos. I haven't supported her business lately. I haven't bought anything because I had to decide. I took a break from several vendors, and she was one that I put on the break list. Not because her wax is bad. I love it. She's kind. I've talked to her one-on-one many times. She has a lot of fun things in her group, and I'll post the link to her group in the description of this. And I know if I'm a little slow with doing that, I like to do it on my computer, on my laptop, but a lot of the times when I'm on my computer, I'm working, so I'm not doing that type of stuff. But this is a vendor worth a try. She's sweet and nice, and her wax is good. Okay, last part of the video, we have the L3 Waxy Wonders, the rest of the Advent calendar. I really enjoyed this. You know, when Jen offered this Advent calendar, the pre-order was out for it. I was actually on vacation, essentially. I went back to visit my family in southwestern Pennsylvania at the end of September, beginning of October. And I was actually at dinner with my aunt, and I was talking about, you know, I don't know if I should buy this Advent calendar, and I just decided, she said something to me that kind of gave me a sign to try it and order it. And I'm so glad I did. This was wonderful. I loved 90% of these scents. And there are some in the previous videos that I adored and some that were okay. And this week here, this bunch was great. And thank you, Jen, if you're watching, for creating this and taking the time to do these little envelopes and stamps and wrap them up with ribbon and make it so cute and like a little gift for all of us. I thank you, and I'm sure I can speak for others out there, you know, with our gratitude for developing it. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road here. What day did this start with? I think this started with the 19th. Yep, 19th. Okay, this is the 19th. This says, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Every time I see let it snow, I think of the SNL skit, which I'm not going to say on here, but if you've seen it, you know you know. Okay, this one was Pumpkin Carvings Danish Butter Cookies. This is one, I'm like, yes, please. I love this. I loved this. And I don't know if it was the pumpkin carvings or the Danish butter cookies, or maybe just these two together. This was delicious, fabulous. I want more. Possibly on my customs list. I'm not sure. I hope I'm caught up for customs in January. I have to check and see how many are before me, but maybe. Next day is the 20th. The 20th was just, this one was just some little simple trees, and it's on the back too. It's very, very artistic. This was black sugar, peppered suede, and mahogany teakwood. Masculine scent. Very much so. I melted this in the master bath. But I'll tell you, this is a little bit cologne-y, like not aftershave, but just that nice warm men's cologne. And when I melted this, the mahogany teak wood, which I think is Bath and Body Works mahogany teak wood, that wood balanced out the suede, like that leathery scent. I don't like leather on its own or suede on its own. It's too much for me. But this was a nice blend. This I could handle in small doses. I wouldn't buy a large loaf of this just because I like it, but not that much. So there's that one. Next we have the 21st. This one is Season of Light, Hope, Peace, and Love. This one is pretty. And it's in pink. Pink's my favorite color. I love pink. I wear a lot of black, but I love pink. It's my favorite color. Oh, this one. Spearmint, Cotton Candy Frosting, Sugar Cookies. I melted this in my office when I was working. And this one was spearmint dominant with cotton candy. They actually were pretty equal. One minute I smelled spearmint, next minute I smelled cotton candy. This was a nice one. I would buy this in a smaller scent, you know, maybe a baby loaf, you know, the bitty bitty loaves that she offers. Next we have the 22nd, which is Frosty, or just, you know, a snowman. This one was, now I don't know if I'm saying this word right, but it's Let Them Eat Cake, Amber, and is it oud or oud? I don't know how to say it. I just know it's a wood of some sort, I think. I guess I'll have to Google how to pronounce it, so sorry if there's any offense taken to my lack of knowing how to say that word. But this one, I melted this in the master bathroom, and this was nice. I liked this. Let Them Eat Cake is a soft scent. I love amber mixed in with scents. There was a scent that Jen did the previous week, I think, that I just was probably my favorite scent in the whole entire calendar. This was great. I liked this one. Next day is the 23rd, and this one is bells and some other stockings and trees and whatnot. Oh, this one was great. This one is White Woods, Twisted Peppermint, and Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. Now, White Woods, I actually have that plain in a mini loaf, and I like it a lot. And Twisted Peppermint, I love Twisted Peppermint. I actually have the soap in my bathroom right now. And Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds is just a nice, sweet marshmallow. And this one was a nice, sweet scent. I found myself wishing this was stronger, but it was a nice scent. If it's offered, I might pick it up in a small quantity. Not sure. Couple more days here, guys. We are on Christmas Eve. This is the nice tree. And back here it says, may you enjoy the beauty, warmth, and memories of this special season. This scent was pistachio cookies, salted caramel, and boom boom cream. Or bum bum cream. This was, believe it or not, caramel dominant and pistachio second. The caramel was nice. This was nice. I was like, ooh, pistachio. I love pistachio. This was caramel dominant, and this was nice. I did like that scent a lot. Finally, we have Santa, the big guy, last day. This one was pumpkin firewood, pumpkin pecan brittle, pumpkin pecan waffles, and toffee. I melted this in my office. I melted a couple of these all on the same day because I was busy the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and I knew I didn't have time to have my wax going in my upstairs. I only really melted in my kitchen because that's where I spent most of the time on those days. So this one is pumpkin pecan waffles dominant, followed by a touch of peanut brittle. I don't smell pumpkin in the pumpkin peanut brittle. And the pumpkin firewood was nice. This was a nice scent, a warm, comforting pumpkin pecan waffles blend. I liked this one. Good job on this one, Jen. And thank you again for giving us this treasure to have. So, okay, that's this week's melting basket and empties, and I hope you've been enjoying my videos on YouTube here. And I'm still a new kid on the block, but I'm trying to be myself. I mean, not trying, I am myself. And I thank you so much for the support, and I will see you soon. Bye.